Hey, well, what's going on? I hope you are having a great afternoon. Ty Horsford here with Movements Real Estate. And I just wanted to hop on here for a second and answer a question that I've been getting a lot here lately from potential buyers and sellers in the real estate market. And that is, are we heading for a real estate market crash similar to the one maybe we saw back in 2008? That's a fair question with where our economy is right now, things that are happening in the political landscape, lots of uncertainty in our world today. I think we all know that. And so I don't think it's a cut and dry yes or no answer. Are we heading for another real estate market crash? But I'm going to just spend a couple of minutes here and give you my opinion based on projections that I've seen, based on people in the industry that I know, trust, and follow, and I value their opinion. First of all, I will say here in West Texas, here in the Texas Panhandle, in our area, we live in the absolute best place in the country for the real estate market in this time and season that we are currently navigating in. West Texas continues to be among the lowest, most affordable, I don't use the word lowest negatively, but the most affordable real estate markets in the country. It has been for a long time and will continue to be that. And so I think we're a little more protected here in West Texas than maybe we are than they are in other areas of the country, some of the cities where they're dealing with lots of political strife and high crime and just lots of negative things going on in our country. But again, that's not a conversation we're here to have today. We're talking real estate market. And so with that being said, I don't think that it's a shock to anyone. Interest rates are high right now, at least compared to what they were a year and a half ago. You know, a year and a half ago, we're sitting there and we're seeing interest rates that are hovering around 2.25%, which was absolutely unheard of in the history of the real estate market. Will we ever get back to that point? I don't know that we will, and I don't honestly know that it's a good thing if we do. But again, that's a different conversation for another day. I think that's part of the cause of where we're at today. However, I will say this: interest rates we know are anywhere from 6.5% up to near 7%. Compared to where we were at a year and a half to 2 years ago, that is extremely high, and I get the concern there. In the grand scheme of the history of the world, that's really not that high. Even within the last decade to 2 decades, real estate interest rates have been 9, 10, 11, 12%. That has not been super uncommon. And while I think the interest rates will remain high for the remainder of the year and even into 2023, I don't think, at least where we live in West Texas, and we may see it in the super short term, but I'm talking long term, next 3 to 5 years. I think the value of our homes in West Texas are going to only continue to go up. And why do I think that? We live in a place, in a part of the country where the demand for housing is still going to be there. We live in a part of the country where people are flocking to, are moving to. They want to be here for lots of different reasons. You know, we talked about other parts of the country, people are leaving. Well, people are coming to our part of the country for lots of different reasons. So I do think that the value of homes in our region, in our area, are going to not decline over the next 2 to 5 years. In fact, I think they are going to rise and continue to go up over the next 3 to 5 years. And so while there's some conflicting opinions out there about interest rates and that meaning now is not a good time to buy a home, I would challenge that just a little bit because I think you're going to be able to get into a home more affordably now, at least overall home price wise, than you'll be able to in even 2, 3, 4 years from now. Will interest rates be high? Yes. In the short term, it may cost you a little bit more from interest rates. However, especially if you're looking to buy a home that you are going to be in for a while, if history shows us anything, interest rates will even out. Interest rates will come back down, even if it's a year from now. They're going to come back down. When they do, buy a home now, refinance then. That is going to be a great option for you. And so while it may be a little more expensive in the short term, I'm again talking more long-term goals here. And so that's kind of some thoughts that I have about that. Also, I wanted to, what do you expect if you're a seller? I'm going to put my home on the market right now. What is that going to look like? It may take a little bit longer to sell than what it was a year and a half, 2 years ago. It may not sell in 24 hours, and we may not have 18 offers on your home in a 24-hour period. Again, that was very unique and unusual. So that I don't think is a good bar or a good expectation. It may take you a little bit longer to sell your home. It may take a month. It may take 2 months. It may take 3 months. Because while there's not as many buyers looking because of interest rates, there are still buyers looking. Again, it's not as competitive right now. I think that's another reason that it's a good time to buy now, refinance later when those rates do come down. Because again, I think the value of homes and home prices in our area, in our region, they're going to continue to rise over the next 3 to 5 years. So all that to say, in my opinion, and you can take that for what it's worth. I don't know that anyone can say with 100% certainty that they have all the answers. I don't think, at least where we live, I don't think we're heading for a real estate market crash similar to what we had in 2008, like many of the national media news outlets and others are predicting. Again, my opinion for what it's worth, but I've been asked that question a lot lately. And I do my best to follow people that I trust in the industry and follow projections and stay knowledgeable as far as those things are concerned. And so from what I've seen, where I'm at, that's kind of my thinking on the question, are we heading for a real estate market crash? At least here in West Texas, it may look a little bit different, but I do not think that our real estate market will crash. But for what it's worth, you can take that for what it is. Again, this is Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate. If you have any questions about the market, about your home, about potentially buying or selling, give me a shout. I'd love to sit down and have that conversation with you. Hope you're having a great day and a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.